shout out to Cody in Detroit, our winner for a pair of tickets to see the Lions take on the Green Bay Packers Thanksgiving Day and a pair of passes to that Lions VIP tailgate at Eastern Market by the Bullseye Group. The Lions VIP tailgate is back by the Bullseye Event Group. All you can eat and open bar 3 hours before kickoff. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com for tickets today. The clues for Name That Lion. Clue number 1, I was drafted by the Lions from an ACC school. Clue number 2, I rank in the top 25 in Lions career receiving yards. And clue number 3, I led the Lions in rushing on Thanksgiving Day in 1998. Some of you may remember that as the Jerome Bettis coin toss game. John, who is that Lion?
That is Jermaine Crowell.
Yes.
So who got it?
Cody in Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't listening to you. Nothing new there.
That's good. Might want to work on that. But yeah, that was an oddity where Barry...
When you say something important, I'll listen.
Barry had 20 carries. Crowell had 1 carry. Crowell led the team in rushing with like a 33, 34-yard run, whatever it was. Anyway.
Jermaine Crowell, a great Madden defect. So Pat Summerall, when he did the announcing for the game back in the day and Crowell was in it, he pronounced it Crowl and Kroll, depending on the play they ran. It was funny.
As a runner, he was one. As a receiver, he was another.
Exactly.
Weird quirks. Anyway, today is a day to talk about everybody in the state right now. Because last night, the Pistons won, the Red Wings won, the Spartan Hoops team won. I got a text from someone that said I left out Western Hockey. I guess if you want to mention them, you can. And we know, look, bread's buttered with football, so the Lions can play along too. Contender, pretender. How would you label all of our teams? Contender, pretender. John, let's go through this quickly, and then we'll get some of the phone calls in. The Pistons are a...
contender. There's no question they're a contender.
They got a star player. They play defense. They've got depth. They're in first place in the East. They're a contender. I've said I think they're our best shot to win a championship right now. Subject to change, but as we sit today, I have the Pistons number 1. The Lions.
Contender. Now, it's a long road, a lot of work. They're not going to get the number 1 seed. I still think that they win the division, so... if you win the division and you get a home game, and we saw this 2 years ago, you get healthy, you get better throughout the course of the season. Your coach learns a little bit more about your team. They coach and call games in a little bit of a different way, put you in a better position to win some of those tight games. Yeah, I still think they're a contender.
I would say they're a contender, but I'm taking them off the pedestal. They're not a favorite, and they have a lot of work to do and a clear Achilles heel up front on the offensive line. But yes, as a playoff team, they are in contention. And there's still a possibility they win the Super Bowl. The Red Wings.
Pretender. And if you're just simply talking about getting into the postseason, I think they're a contender. But about making any moves in the Stanley Cup playoff, I think they're a pretender.
I loved being at the game last night.
Yeah.
Standing O for Nate Danielson. Pretender.
And we can enjoy what they're doing.
I was going to say, I had a great time, but then I come in and I sit here and I got to be honest about it. 5-4-1 in the last 10 games. They're very young. There's going to be a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. They're 26th in 5-on-5 goals. So how sustainable is it? And neither goalie has played well. Save percentages in the 800s for Gibson and Talbot. So you can blame the goalie, you can blame the guys in front of them, but either way, it hasn't been good enough. Pretender. MSU Hoops.
Oh, contender. Especially, you got 2 ranked wins, and you looked really good last night. This is the part of the year where everybody gets all over Tom Izzo. Oh, how do you schedule so hard? And he says, well, I schedule so hard so that we could be good in January, February, and certainly in March, hopefully into April. They look good last night. They look ahead of, quote-unquote, Tom Izzo coach teams. They look ahead of schedule.
Well, they're supposed to lose this one so we can yell at them and then build them back up, but you're right. They just bludgeoned Kentucky. They crushed them on the glass. They ate in the paint. And I think it's going to be a question all year about the shooting. They shot well last night. They have 2 ranked wins early in the season. Michigan State, I would agree. Contenders. Michigan football. Playoff rankings came out last night, John. Contender, pretender.
Pretender. I don't think anybody was going to look at this team and say, yeah, they compete for a national title. And they may get into the college football playoffs. That in and of itself is a long shot. I have questions about what they're going to do in College Park this week against Maryland. And certainly, no one is sitting there going, oh, yeah, I know it's been 4 years in a row, and I'm still trying to figure out how they won last year down in Columbus. But no one's going to sit there and say, yeah, they'll beat Ohio State.
No marquee wins. Quarterback's going through some turnover issues as a freshman of late. You're not impressive against Purdue or Northwestern, and a couple ranked teams they did play handled them. Yeah, I'd say Michigan football pretender. Guys, whatever your team of choice is, let us know. 248-539-9797. Contender, pretender for all of the local teams. Spotlight whoever you want. And we do want to spotlight the Pistons. If you agree that they are our best chance to win a title right now, or if you want to pick the Lions or somebody else, we can entertain that. Let's get to Dennis in Hazel Park. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Great. MSU is the contender because the first 3 months of 2025 will be January, February, Izzo. Enough said. Pistons are a strong contender because of their appetite. They're a young, talented, hungry bunch of dogs who play with a legitimate chip on their shoulders after being an NBA laughingstock that Cade, Ivy, Duran, Assar, and Sasser had to live through. That hunger is being contagious to players. They could win the East. Remember, OKC won it all with a core of hungry young players and a few strategic vets mixed in. They're in the top 5 in defense and points in the paint. Cade is one of the top 10 players in the entire NBA and will probably be in the MVP conversation this year. And Ivy took a leap last year as far as his scoring efficiency, especially 3-point. And if he continues that as he left off, that's going to be the piece or the trade piece that we needed. We won't even have to go to to trade the free market.
Dennis, you know ball. It gives them another gear. Go ahead. What's your thought on the Lions?
Lions, unfortunately, are pretenders unless they address their offensive line before the trade deadline.
Well, trade deadline came and passed.
Dennis, I have some terrible news for you.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do that.
Well, they're pretenders.
Okay.
The jury is still out on the Tigers, and the Red Wings are pretenders. They're about 2, 3, maybe 4 years away from being serious contenders.
Yeah, they're still in a prove-it spot. You know, as exciting as and hot a start as they've gotten off to, first place in the Atlantic, they're still in a prove-it stage. Ivy could be an extra gear for the Pistons, to his point. Ticket text point out, Pistons are 42-22 since January 1st of this year. They've turned a corner.
They have. I'm kind of feel like I've learned my lesson of doing the back end of one year and the front end of another year.
See Tiger baseball.
Tiger baseball. And we asked that question, are the Pistons real or is this just a false start like the Tigers were? I think there's more substance to what the Pistons are doing than what the Tigers had last year. But, again, I'm not going to go back to what they did at the end of the year and have any validity of what's going on this year.
We're getting great response on this. Your calls, your texts. It's 97.1.